Thanks for joining. My name is Ann Bell, and I'm the owner of Linda's Daughter, a senior downsizing service. Today, we're going to spend 10 minutes together to talk about things you can do now to help you downsize later. Even if your downsizing is years in the future, we're going to go through some things to help you get there. So, after spending this time together, you're going to walk away with understanding why now is a great time to start, a workable plan to get going, and the motivation to keep it going. So right now we're all at home. We're going a little stir crazy here, and think back to all the times you said, "You know what? I'm going to tackle that garage when I have the time," or "I'm really going to get into that attic when I have a spare weekend." Now is the time. You've heard the old expression, when was the best time to plant a big oak tree? 20 years ago. The second best time is today. Well, 20 years ago was the best time not to pile stuff up in your garage, and today is the best time to tackle it. And so, even though we're not that busy, my recommendation is make a 1 hour appointment with yourself, maybe every day this week, every other day this week. Write it on your calendar because that will actually happen. I have found on the days when I'm not busy, I get the least amount done. But when I'm really busy, everything gets done on my list. Make an appointment with yourself to make it happen. And I say bite it off in 1 hour chunks. That way it's not overwhelming. So, where to start? This is the most personal part. There's no wrong answer. It depends on what's going to keep you motivated. For example, maybe you spend the most time in your family room and the bookshelf is jam packed. Maybe that's what you need to start with to keep you motivated because you see it every day. Or is there an area of the house, maybe a guest room that has actually become the junk room? Maybe that's a great place to start because you just avoid it, but it would give you great satisfaction to tackle that chore. If you're feeling down and blue, maybe it's the boxes of precious memories and mementos that would give you such joy to go through those items and sort them out now. And then finally, there's the least cluttered room is a great option. It's a quick win. If you're really dreading decluttering some of the house, start in the area that's not so bad. When you get that tidied up and get the extra out, you're going to have such energy to finish the project. So wherever you start, it just depends on you. There's no wrong answer. So gather some supplies, but you cannot fuss or stall on this. There's the old expression of paralysis by analysis. You don't want to get that here. Get some good sturdy boxes, some hefty bags. Don't use the white kitchen garbage bags. They're a little flimsy. Get those black lawn and leaf bags, some Sharpies to write on things, and some storage tubs. I think the black and yellow stackables are great. Here's where the magic happens. You're going to make 4 signs and you're going to tape them to the wall. There's only 4. There's not 5. There's a keep pile, a sell pile, a giveaway pile, and a trash pile. There is no maybe pile. If you make a maybe pile, what you're really doing is creating another chore for another day. You are kicking the can down the road. If you're going to be successful in this, there's 4 piles. Keep, sell, give, trash. That's it. So keep pile. We could do a 2-hour long webinar on how to decide what to keep. My recommendation for you here in this 10 minutes is think about the items you're going to use in your new space. Do you know what that new space is, or do you have an idea of what that would be? Those are the items you would want to keep. If you haven't used it in a year, you're probably not going to use it again. Especially like seasonal decor. If you didn't put out the Mickey Mouse reindeer thing last year, the year before, you're probably not going to put it out next year. And those favorite mementos, go through them. And if you have duplicates of pictures or your thumb visiting Disneyland and all the pictures, you can throw those away, right? Just keep the best and most important ones. It's the sell pile. I have to break some bad news to you. It's probably not as much as you think it is worth. I know American Pickers and Antiques Roadshow, they kind of get you thinking that you have something really valuable. You probably don't. Things that maybe hold great value to you, but there's no demand for in the marketplace, is that big brown furniture. It's not worth very much because there's no demand for it. Styles have changed over the years. I can go to Facebook Marketplace and do a quick search of curio cabinets. Yours may be lovely and it was your grandmother's and it's so special to you, but it's probably worth about $50. Formal place settings are another one. Collectibles, there may be a market for them, probably not, or as much as you think, right? The Beanie Baby craze of the 90s didn't pan out so well. So when you put something in the sell pile, I want you to have realistic expectations of what you might get for it. This is the best pile, the giveaway pile. This is your opportunity to declutter your house, give new life to an old item, and help out a fellow human all at the same time. You can call around to family members and see would they want the curio cabinet or that extra side table that you've had shoved in the attic for 10 years. Maybe there's a young member of your family who could really use that now and would love having something vintage of yours. Start making phone calls and asking. If you have boxes of old yearbooks or old photos, maybe a local historical society would want that. They would find some great value in that. And if you have a closet full of dresses like my mother had with 5 daughters, maybe there's a local theater troupe or a community theater that would really like to have those types of items. So for your giveaway pile, I don't want you to think, oh, I'll just dump it all to Goodwill. That's a fine option, but there's some other ways you can be very creative and generous with your giveaway pile. Lots of opportunities here. Trash pile. We want to keep this small as possible because we don't want to be adding needlessly to the landfill. But there are some things that do go in the trash pile. If you can recycle it, great, start there. The big stack of brown grocery bags that you keep in the laundry room, the pile, put that in the recycle pile. You don't use them, you just keep stacking them up. Recycle those. Things like the takeout containers or the paper towel rolls or the bread bag twist ties, the big Ziploc baggie of bread bag twist ties, put it in the garbage. You don't use it, nobody wants it. If things are broken or worn out and can't be repaired, trash them. You will be much happier when you have gotten rid of all that stuff that is broken and unusable. So now you have your piles. Now what? Now's the time to execute on each individual pile. And the keep pile, if you're going to put it back in storage, make sure it's clearly labeled so you know exactly what's in that box. And there's some great apps for that. You can drop me a line and I'll share them with you. Make sure it's stored neatly and safely so that it's not just another pile of clutter when you do want to go use it. The sell pile, you can start tagging right now for a garage sale. Drop me a line and I'll hook you up with some great appraisers that do wonderful work if you think you might have something of value. You can start listing things on Facebook Marketplace now or get a hold of me and I can do that for you if you like. The giveaway pile, start making phone calls. Maybe you can put it on the curb with a free sign, right, just to get it out of your house. And the trash pile, put it in the bag, walk it to the bin. If you have a large item that needs to go away, drop me a line and I can hook you up with a great family-owned trash hauling company. But as you have all 4 piles, execute on each individual pile right away. Don't let it sit, because then it's just another pile of clutter. There you go. Great job. Does your house feel better? Can you envision what it's going to be like to walk into the garage and be like, oh, look at all this space, look at all this room, it's so relaxing here, right? Enjoy that accomplishment, soak it all in, because of what that's going to do is motivate you for the next room or the next even shelf in your garage. When you look at one area that's all tidied up, it's going to want to make it to do the next area. That's it. I hope you enjoyed this time together. If you want some more personal attention, my number's there on the screen, or you can drop me a line at Ann@Linda's Daughter. You can follow us on social media. We're always posting different tips and tricks. We're on Facebook and Instagram. Thank you so much. Happy decluttering!